Tonight, we're going to discuss the truth about Oprah Winfrey. She's a beautiful, talented woman. But for decades, she has met secretly with David Rockefeller, Bill Gates, and others to promote a world government program that is designed to reduce the African population alone by at least 50%.
Behind closed doors on this New York campus, a secret gathering of some of the world's most powerful people. Gates, Buffett, Bloomberg, Winfrey. It was like the Super Friends.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes.
Together with others at the meeting, including George Soros, Ted Turner, David Rockefeller, they're worth more than $125 billion.
That much money, that much power around one table. It begs the question, what were they doing? What were they scheming? Total world domination?
It's been said millions of times that truth is stranger than fiction. And that's been said because it's true. You look at somebody like Oprah Winfrey, who has all this talent and all this empathy and who can convince you to trust her. And then you research who she works for and who bankrolled her. And it's so nightmarish that you're pinching yourself thinking it's a nightmare and that you should wake up. When I saw her in the news in the last few days being announced as a contributor to 60 Minutes, it was a perfect fit. 60 Minutes, this deceptive so-called investigative news magazine that selectively investigates what it wants and ignores the rest. But look at an Oprah Winfrey and her, you get a car and you get a car and all of her, the secret stuff and her programs that are so little known in this country to promote like a world religion, Christianoid garbage in Africa and to indoctrinate African children through her program with Bill and Melinda Gates and others like David Rockefeller to teach Africans that they can't have a car, they can't have air conditioning, and that they shouldn't even have children because they don't have value. Imagine if you heard that from a white supremacist. You wouldn't even be able to believe it. But much less from Oprah Winfrey, and that's why she pushes it. She's the black face on the New World Order. She's the woman that was behind Obama. She's the one that puts her billions of dollars into tax-free foundations so they can't be taxed, just like Bill Gates, just like his wife, Melinda Gates, just like Warren Buffett and others. So I want to challenge all of you to do research into the weird world government Luciferian system she pushes and to go read for yourself ABC News, the London Guardian, and others that did whitewashes on the fact that she's trying to set up a world government to reduce populations. Listen, once people become industrialized, they stop having as many children. In fact, they start going negative, 1.3, 1.4 children for every 2 adults. But to sell Africa and the rest of the third world that they're ugly and they don't have value and that it's beautiful and wonderful for them to just roll over and die is truly sick. Now realize the globalists are conditioning the third world to flood the United States and Europe and to be very anti-Caucasian, anti-white. Just because a lot of them have been brainwashed and turned into political zombies of globalist conquest doesn't mean we stoop to that level of programmed people. We realize they're victims and stand up for the truth and stand up for justice. But please, we're just showing you a few news articles here today. Research her tax exemption. Research the globalism, the UN, what she's involved in, and the secret society meeting she's having, deciding the fate of you and I. Because make no mistake, they can have their way with poor Africans and Latin Americans and Asians. But here in the Western world, they are hiding by stealth, by Trojan horse, their attacks on the general public. The chemicals in the food and water, the estrogen mimickers, the cancer rates, the autism exploding, all the secret testing that's been declassified. Why would we trust anything these people do? And then there's the beautiful, shining face. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She's got great spirit. She's smart. But she joined with the wicked to control the people. Now listen to me and listen carefully. There's no way I'm wrong. I wouldn't accuse her of things like this if it wasn't true. I don't do that. I've done the research. Oprah Winfrey meets in secret with the most evil men and women in the world every year and is given talking points to push on her audience to convince them that they're bad and should roll over and die. She is planning my future and your children's future with the most twisted people this planet's ever seen. And that's a fact. And she needs to go public and release all the information she knows. I don't want to hate Oprah Winfrey. I don't want to fear Oprah Winfrey. I don't want to sit here and expose Oprah Winfrey. But my guts, my soul, my spirit tells me it's got to be done. God, Oprah, you claim you're here to free the people, but you just turned into a slave master. What have you done? The truth about Oprah Winfrey is, whether she's conscious of it or not, she is serving pure anti-human evil, wickedness, corruption. Go do your own research. The rabbit hole is so much deeper than I can break down here in the short presentation. But everything she sells is magical thinking to a group of disenfranchised, manless women sitting at home, desperate for a family, desperate for life, desperate for a culture. She's all part of the Great Society that started in the 60s and took black illegitimacy from about 5% to almost 80%. And now you see it in every other group of people. The state is being put in charge of the family. The family's being dismantled. And women are being given the system as their husband for protection and being taught from birth that men are their enemy. This is an attack on our species. And Oprah Winfrey is nothing but a Judas goat. Nothing but someone sent out there with a pretty face and a nice smile to sell us on cultural death. Oprah Winfrey, whether she knows it or not, is probably one of the greatest incarnations of the devil we see on this planet today, because Hillary Clinton is hunchbacked, evil, and twisted. David Rockefeller looks like a mummy. Henry Kissinger looks like a snot-nosed goblin. But Oprah Winfrey, even at her age, has a life force. She's strong. She's got some real beauty. That's why she's the shining light they use to lead you towards death. Do not be deceived, for Lucifer parades as an angel of light. She better get her soul right with God. There's no way she could shine the way she does and not have some true good left in her. I think Oprah Winfrey may be the most deceived of us all. I'm Alex Jones, and this is The InfoWar.
The new Superman and Wonder Woman, the super rich friends, not fighting bad guys, but fighting for good nonetheless. For Good Morning America, John Berman, ABC News, New York.
People have asked me for 20 years, Alex, why don't you have firearms and firearms accessory sponsors? And the answer is, it's a minefield. Well, in 2016, things changed. And Tennessee Arms, that is the founders, the inventors, the leaders, they defended it in court of the resin lowers with the brass inserts that in many cases go further than even aluminum or steel manufacturing. 30 to 60,000 rounds by third-party reviewers. This is the best system out there, and we're talking a third the price of leading competitors. This is how it works. You order customized or straight from the factory, however you want it. It is shipped on the next business day to you and your family, and a percentage of the profit goes to fund the defense of this republic. You cannot lose. You're funding the InfoWar. You're getting the highest quality product, the most tested, the most durable, the most certified, the most believed in. You need to have this true piece of America ready in minutes.